The moment you stop asking, why is this thing happening to me? And start asking, why is it happening for me? Is the moment you begin to step out of victim mode. Hi, I'm Trish. Welcome to the Ulysses channel. In this space, I'm going to do my best to try and give you some tools to bring the power back to yourself, to empower you, to live the best life, to live the life of your dreams, and begin to create as opposed to manifest your reality. And I've talked about it before. Manifestation to me is the inversion. It's the trick, right? Just wish your way into anything and you can have it. To me, there's a little more that needs to happen to align your energy to being the version of you who can hold the things that you want. Because if you've changed nothing, just wishful thinking, guess what's going to happen? You're going to call in that $1 million prize and it's going to slip through your fingers, right? You're going to be in that 80 or 90% who's lost that money within a year. When you start looking at the world around you and saying, how is this happening for me in those situations that are not the greatest? Pause. Don't react if it's possible. It's not always possible, I know. It takes some practice and some time. But in those moments where those things are coming in and happening, and you're like, ugh, this is not fun. This is not what I want. Can you just pause yourself and say, how is this happening for me? And a lot of the time that will happen after the fact, and that's totally fine. It's in that space where you can start to take accountability for your energy, for who you are being, because everything is frequency. So somehow we've called this in. Why did we call this in? When you can sit back and say, okay, when was the first time that a person borrowed money from me and didn't pay it back? And we'll use that example. We'll say you have a friend who is constantly borrowing money and not paying it back. It can be a sibling, a friend, doesn't matter. And they're taking advantage of your good nature. Where is your part in what's happening? So instead of being the victim, oh, poor me, Sally keeps borrowing all this money and never paying me back. Okay, what's your part in the story though? Have you asked Sally to pay you back? Have you told her, no, I'm not giving you any more money because you never pay me back? Have you set an expectation? Who are you being in this situation that's happening, that's unfolding, right? What energy are you being that requires Sally to keep asking you for money she never pays back? Do you need to be the person who's saving the day? Is that part of what you're doing? Is that part of your script? And this is where, when you pull back and say, how is this happening for me? You can start to get some clarity to see, oh, maybe I do have a part in this. And that's where the power comes back to you, that you can start to give yourself some room to breathe and then decide, do I want to continue on with this pattern, this distortion that is in my field? And a lot of the times when I've pulled back and I'm looking at the thing, the situation that, I'm not particularly enjoying in the moment, I can say, okay, when was the first time that I experienced something similar in childhood? My big brother borrowed $10 he never paid back. But you know what? That day, I was his best friend in the whole world. He took me on bike rides. He made me free for it. We had the best day of our lives. And, that was how I always connected with that big brother, was giving him things he never returned. And then you can really start to collapse that pattern out of your field. And it's not even necessarily getting that example of the first time somebody borrowed money and didn't pay it back. Sometimes you can just sit back and kind of meditate on it, journal it out a little bit, and say, when do I think that could have happened? When would that behavior have served me with one of my caretakers or close connections in earlier life? And in and of that, you can start to catch on where the pattern came in, where you developed it, where it served you and it's no longer serving you. If you're getting ticked off at Sally for borrowing 10 bucks every week and not paying you back, then it needs to go. It's a distortion. It's also a distortion that is locking you out from accessing more of you. So it's also a distortion that is locking you out from you. Your distortions that you've taken on, your programs, your limiting beliefs, the anywhere you're functioning from that space of lack, and that lack in the example that I've just given you is, would Sally be my friend still? Would Sally and I still hang out if I didn't give her that 10 bucks, right? That is your place of lack. So pick one scenario that's coming up over and over again. It's been irritating you, and reflect on it. Drop it in the comments. What's the scenario? Maybe I can help you, or somebody else that is watching this video can help you start to dig into it a little bit. And that's what I want this community to be. A community where we are taking back our power together and growing and shifting to the next layer, the next level of our reality. So my friends, have a wonderful day. And yeah, please let me know in the comments, like, what did this do? How did this help you?